Hello everybody, my name is Charlie and welcome back to The Eternal Watcher, where I love to talk about anything related to science fiction or fantasy. Today, you can probably guess why I'm making this video, since yesterday Doctor Who social media announced that Ncuti Gatwa, a Rwandan-Scottish actor, would be cast as the 14th Doctor, and obviously this has sparked a lot of excitement since this is a huge piece of Doctor Who news. We only have got this sort of recasting, well, it would have been 13 times now, in the past 59 years, well, 50, 56, whatever. This is not a thing that happens very often, so it's obviously very exciting when it does. Our lead character is being recast. Obviously, last year it was announced that Jodie Whittaker and Chris Chibnall would be leaving after Series 13, and last September we got the news that Russell T Davies would be returning to showrun, and it's very exciting now that we have a 14th Doctor announcement, Ncuti Gatwa. Please do comment below with your opinions on Ncuti's casting. I'd love to hear what you thought. And quick PSA for anyone who doesn't know, it is pronounced Ncuti. So, firstly I thought I'd just discuss, Ncuti Gatwa himself. So he is a Rwandan-born Scottish actor who is fairly young. He's 29, so he's definitely on the younger side for a Doctor. Like, I know Matt Smith was 26 when he was cast, Peter Davison was also 29, and obviously Ncuti himself is 29, so he's, the second, third youngest actor to be the Doctor, which I think is quite interesting. Hopefully he'll deliver, well, we can't really predict his character yet, but I can definitely see a more energetic Doctor rather than an older, enigmatic one, for example, like Capaldi. We'll have to wait and see, but, that's my initial impression on this. So I hadn't actually heard of Ncuti at all before yesterday, as had lots of people. I know lots of people had seen him in the Netflix series Sex Education. I have not seen this series, and from looking at the things he's been in, that's kind of the only real thing he's, not the only real thing, the only famous thing that he's been in. If you've watched Sex Education, you'll know who he is, but if you haven't, you probably will not know who this guy is. But obviously, being the Doctor has made him a lot more mainstream as of late, and will continue to do so throughout RTD2. It felt very out of the blue, because in the past they've had huge announcements, like for Jodie Whittaker's announcement. That was just when I was becoming a Whovian, like, straight off the bat I was like, ooh, this new show, Doctor Who. Oh, a new Doctor. It was really strange. Obviously we got this, that YouTube clip, the pre-recorded clip that they did where, the Doctor was sort of walking around in this cloak and then picks up a key, and then obviously she reveals a hood and it's her. And obviously it was huge news because it was the first female Doctor. And for Capaldi we had this big show. For Smith we had this Doctor Who Confidential special episode. And I'm not sure what it was with Tennant, but I know it was basically 2 weeks into Series 1, so that must have been weird. But this was a bit lackluster, really, because it was just, they announced it on social media. They just said, here, Ncuti Gatwa is the 14th Doctor, do what you want with this information. That's kind of all they gave us, just a picture of Ncuti there. He was obviously up there on the BAFTAs last night, which I didn't watch, but I saw the clip of him. He seems very, very charming, very charismatic, which is great because we need a Doctor actor who is like that. We can't have one who's boring, doesn't engage with fans or anything, that's the general thoughts on Ncuti. I can't really say much more because I haven't seen him in anything. I do plan to watch lots of the things he is in, like Sex Education. I'll probably watch by the time his era rolls around. So another thing that is obviously worth pointing out about this announcement is the fact that the 14th Doctor has been cast as a man, not a woman. So obviously it was a major thing when Jodie Whittaker was cast back in 2017 because she was the first female incarnation of the Time Lord. Now we have gone back to a male casting, and obviously this has caused lots of the Not My Doctor crew. For those of you who don't know, it's incredibly sexist individuals who don't like Jodie Whittaker's Doctor because she is played by a woman. Yep, it's stupid. Caused lots of those to basically say, oh, they've got a woman Doctor now, they've admitted that it doesn't work. No, that's just stupid. It's not like, that's not the case at all, it's just, also, it's worth pointing out as well that this is the first POC incarnation of the Doctor, is obviously played by a black man. yeah, cool. It's not really many people are drawing attention to that, which is obviously very good. It's something worth pointing out though, because we've had 13 white doctors before. Obviously, we've had Jo Martin. She is a doctor, yes. She hasn't had her own tenure, and she isn't a proper incarnation with her own run of episodes, though. Obviously, she is getting her Big Finish box set in, I don't know, a few months next year. I'm very excited for that. So, in terms of the character, we cannot predict at all what Ncuti's Doctor will be. It's impossible to predict. We've got no content, no clips, not even any pictures. We don't even know their outfit, what their TARDIS looks like. It's completely up in the air. Personally, I would prefer a more not serious as such, just a bit more eccentric and enigmatic Doctor, more along the vein of 7 and 12, rather than the more energetic Doctors, like, you got your 10, you got your 11. Personally, I prefer the more alien Doctors to the more human Doctors, so I prefer 2, 3, 7, 12, those kind of Doctors. So yeah, obviously it's impossible to predict, but I would prefer a Doctor like that. Obviously, lots of people are predicting an energetic, optimistic Doctor because he's played by a very young actor. Obviously he's only 29, as I was discussing earlier in the video. So as for the future of Ncuti's Doctor, so it's been pretty much confirmed that the 14th Doctor will not be appearing in the regeneration scene in the Centenary Special, and I can see it just being 13 regenerating alone, and then Ncuti will appear. He might appear in the 60th. Personally, I don't think he's going to, and I don't want him to. Not because I'm not looking forward to Ncuti's run as the Doctor, but because I don't think an exploration and celebration of the past of Doctor Who is really the best way to introduce a part of Doctor Who that will be integral in the future. I just don't think that's the right way to do it. I'm not going to be overly annoyed if he isn't introduced properly in the 60th. I'm not going to be annoyed, but it's something I'd rather not happen than it does, because it'd just be more difficult to introduce him well. Either way, he is definitely obviously going to be in Series 14, which will probably be in spring of 2024. Maybe like early to mid 2024. I can see that being the case. It's definitely going to be after the 60th anniversary, I believe. Either way, I think he's going to be great in that, because obviously he will be in there. I'd rather he be introduced there. I'm very excited to see what Russell T Davies does with Ncuti Gatwa in his era. We don't know how long this Doctor's going to last. It might be 3 seasons, but then again, he's quite a young actor. He's not that much of a busy guy compared to lots of them who are already very well established, famous actors. So he might go on for even longer, maybe 4, 5, 6, whatever. I don't know. But I think it'd be great if he has very good tenure as the Doctor. I can definitely see him being one of my favourites. We'll just have to wait and see. For the time being, I think it's a great casting choice, and I'd love to hear what you guys think down in the comments below. Please do subscribe to my channel if you are a fan of Doctor Who or anything related to science fiction, including Marvel. Speaking of, my review of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness will finally be uploaded tomorrow on Tuesday, the 10th of May 2022. Thank you for watching, guys. Please do let me know your opinions in the comments, and goodbye.